Hey you all, my name is Dreamy and today we are going to be talking a little bit of girl talk about the economic state that we're in. I do have some videos coming out kind of just going over a little bit more of political issues, maybe what to prepare for, what you could already be experiencing as someone who's in the adult industry. And today we are going to be talking about the recession that we're in, and we're going to be talking about things that you can be doing now, things that you should be planning for, and things just to think about when it comes to pursuing this field of work. And also to educate you, this is not meant to be fear-mongering. I just want to make sure that you are educated to your best ability to understand how the climate of the world that we're living in right now can affect you, especially as someone who is in a very taboo line of work and a very controversial one at that, especially in today's climate and like Trump's America. But this topic, we're mostly just going to focus on how expensive it is. And I also want this to be more of a normalizing video because sex work is very glamorized, especially on social media. You can see all these top content creators and how drastically their lives have changed. The levels of success and obviously the happiness of one's life are going to be up to the individual. And obviously social media just shows you these like highlighted, very glamorized moments in someone's life. And I just don't think that like these slowdown periods and this part of the industry is talked about enough. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. I'm just going to kind of give some tips on things that what I've already been doing, things that I've already noticed. I've noticed a dip in my income since I would say February of this year, which to be honest is a pretty normal time for me to slow down. January is always a hit or miss. February and March are usually a slower time. I think it starts to pick up more around the spring, so I'll be really intrigued to see how my sales do during summer, just because that's usually a pretty decent time for me. But I have not only noticed it significantly on my OF, because my numbers since February have been like pretty consistently low. It's definitely a couple hundred lower than my average that I would make. And especially on camming, I've had to put in more hours to be able to meet my needs and, take care of myself. So that obviously can lead to a little bit more burnout, especially when you're streaming, because to be successful streaming, like the best way to get views and to get people to follow you is by being online and being active. So it's no worries, because obviously that is a realistic part of being in this industry, but also just being an entrepreneur in general. Things happen like this. We are going to feel them. So if you're going through that is normal. I am also experiencing it. One thing that I've really been doing and focusing on right now is diversifying my income. So I've obviously I have my free cams, Chatterbait, multi-streaming. I have OnlyFans and Fansly. Someone recommended Loyal Fans to me. I got a Loyal Fans. Don't know if I love it, but I just don't find myself gravitating towards it, but I have been posting my videos on there. Very similar, I think, to ManyVids. So if you like ManyVids, you may like Loyal Fans. And also a lot of sex workers use it. A lot of sex workers like it, and people like consumers as well. So Loyal Fans. I'm also on ManyVids, and then I was on Sex Panther a couple times last year, but I never kept it consistent. But now, like, when I am not streaming and I'm just like chilling at home, I am on Sex Panther. But yeah, I mean, whatever you're bringing in, like logging onto a new site and immediately making money or seeing some activity is always a good sign. So I'm very excited about Sex Panther right now, and also ManyVids. Although I know like a lot of people who've been in the industry for a while aren't huge fans of ManyVids, just because I think they changed a lot of what they allow on their site and just like change the site around, and some people don't like it anymore. But honestly, I'm posting, if I have content that is just like, I have like over 150 videos. So if you're someone who has like been in the industry for a while and you just have content sitting there, like you need to get it out. It doesn't matter, like you may be surprised on how well it does, but also whatever income is like easy that you can just post your video there, and the site can do what it needs to do to get it out with hashtags and stuff. I think it's just always worth it. Okay, so this is also a good time to branch out outside of your usual content. So again, sexting, getting on a site like Sex Panther. There's also Night Flirt, where I think Night Flirt, I've never been consistent with it, but it is a pretty good site for like you to just make money uploading voice memos. It's also another site that you can post your pre-made videos on. You can also sell clothing items. Night Flirt though has been around for forever. Do not ask me to make a video on Night Flirt. There's so many videos of women who are amazing at explaining it, but like, girl, if you got that down, then good for you. But I couldn't commit to Night Flirt. But I just want to tell you, in case it may work for someone else. Selling clothing, I have so much lingerie down there that I have like even put on and taken photos on, that I need to get onto a clothing selling site and start selling it and posting it. Even getting into a little bit more of fetish content, like I'm open to some fetishes, but I don't like really focus on maybe my feet or like a spit fetish, or I don't know, whatever type of fetish it is. But I think it could help kind of like, I don't know, maybe you start taking more pictures of your feet. Maybe you get on a site that's just for feet, and so when you're taking photos for your OF, like you include some nice feet photos in there too. Again, you would have to invest in yourself, like get pedicures or start doing your own pedicures, but I think these are like the extra things that can help bring in income and also just get your name out there. And the more sites you're on where people are visible, I think that because obviously people are purchasing on these sites, they're purchasing on other sites. So it's nice that when they see you on one site, they're already familiar, even if they move over to another site, and they're also like, oh great, like one of my favorite people from the other site is now on here too, and I get to enjoy them and have the benefits of like, you know, a new site and maybe cheaper pricing, or maybe they don't take as much of a percentage. I am going to do a video on Skypes, aka Teams now. That one should come out next week. I'm going to make it right after this one. But I'm going to talk in that video about how to kind of like people on Instagram or Twitter, and how to kind of get those people into people who are willing to pay for video calls for you, because that is also something that has brought in extra money before, and you know, has helped me out a lot to have people directly cash apping and PayPaling you. This is also a good time to upsell. You know, someone purchases a video, maybe you give them, be like, hey, you know, I'll add this in for a bundle deal, and then you can kind of get the best of both worlds with that, and that way you can earn a few bucks. Also, just putting your OnlyFans or Fansly on sale. Mine's usually always on sale, even if it's not for expired subscribers, at least for like people who are new, who are curious and wanting to try your content. It's nice to have that initial upfront subscription be discounted, so they don't feel like, you know, it's worth taking the risk because I'm getting a deal, and who knows, maybe they will renew and you'll have a long time subscriber. I've also been, since I've been on Sex Panther so much more and just like really kind of like checking in on my computer quite often, I have been messaging people on my OnlyFans as well. So just sending out a mass message like, oh my god, I'm just chilling at home all alone, I'm so bored, are you down to talk? Anyway, and so I've been getting more engagement over there as well. I haven't seen too much like return on like tips, but I have just kind of been talking to people a little bit more. Come on. So that's been pretty fun too. I think also it's really important to kind of create that connection with the people who are choosing to support you, just to remind them that, hey, I exist. Remember, you think I'm pretty and sometimes I get your dick hard. Make sure that we are following up. Make sure that we're not taking too long to respond to people. Make sure we're sending them videos. We're also cutting out non-essential. So look, if it makes you happy, then honey, keep it. Again, this is not meant to be fear-mongering, but this is also not just trying to bring in more money, but we're also just trying to save. Like, we need to be prioritizing putting whatever we can away a week. Like, I don't care, girl, if it's $5. This is 10, but I'm meaning just this. $5 into a savings. I want you to prioritize just that, like, one thing when it comes to putting money aside. We want to get up to 3 to 6 months emergency saving of covering your total bill, including your rent, even like, you know, some fun spending. Like, we want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves during this time. Nothing is going to make you feel more safe and secure knowing that you have set aside a savings. I swear. Nothing makes me feel better, because like when those moments come up, you're going to feel that pit in your stomach, and then you're going to be like, oh my god, I have a savings and I'm going to be okay. And thank you past me for fucking being consistent and putting that money aside. Okay, so we need to make sure that we are saving money. Whatever you can, and then commit to it. We also need to get rid of things that we know we do not need. Like, honey, I got rid of that Netflix because I was hating the TV shows that were on there. Their documentaries, beautiful. Their TV shows were becoming whack as fuck. And if my favorite show comes out, I will purchase a month of it and then cancel that shit again. I got rid of my Audible, and honey, I went and got a library card. There are two, you know, and I read my books for free. I still kept my Spotify, but I also get an Audible credit on my Spotify, so I thought it was worth it. And also I listen to music for work, so that's just important to me. I'm not getting rid of it. So we're not going to like get rid of things that are going to deprive us and not make us happy. I still take my hot girl walk to go get a latte every Sunday or Thursday. That makes me so happy, and so I continue to do it. But my Netflix was not making me that happy, so I got rid of that shit. I do miss my Audible, but library cards are amazing, and then we're also supporting our local library, and that's cute. Okay, last and least, we are staying visible. We are staying consistent. We are showing up even on the hard days where we don't want to show up, because when we show up on the hard days, it makes it easier to show up on the easy days. Okay, we have to show up more, and we have to sometimes not fucking like it. And we have to get the fuck over it and show up. I can't tell you how many times I know I would need to work a double, and I would be so tired at night that I'd be like, no, I don't want to work a double. And then I would wake up in the morning feeling like the biggest piece of shit, because I may have some type of financial restraint now because I chose not to show up for myself because I know I didn't make enough money that day. And like the anxiety that comes from that, it doesn't make me feel good. And it put me in this like state where I was just kind of like spiraling about what I needed to do now to make up for that day. And it was like this weird like self-punishment, self-sabotage shit. But now I'm like, bitch, I don't care if you're tired. You're gonna show up at least for 2 hours tonight. Like, it's 7:30, you can log on by 8, you're gonna be off by 10. And what are you gonna do if you, in that meantime, scroll on TikTok? You know, watch TV while you scroll on TikTok? Like, there's those little like kind of wiring things where you have to rewire and be like, no, like I can't do that habit anymore. And you'll get to a point where like it doesn't feel right too. And so now just telling myself, you're right, like I'm just gonna literally sit here and fucking scroll on TikTok, and that's not gonna help at all. And lately I've been getting my ass up and doing a 2-hour show at night. And not only has it been worth it, but I wake up the next morning and I feel good about myself, and I feel like I felt productive, and I feel relaxed because I was like, wow, I had a good show last night and I brought in way more money than I thought I would. And so I'm going to treat myself by taking the dogs out, and I've been doing more art too, been more painting, or like I'm gonna spend my time painting this morning and doing my arts and crafts. I don't know, I'm just like, I don't need to rush into my day now because I showed up the way I should have yesterday, and now future me can relax and like really enjoy the things that will make me happy. So I think that's it. That's all I gotta tell you. Again, this is not meant to be fear-mongering. I just want you to take care of yourself, and I want you to also pay a little more attention, if you haven't, and things that are going on. It's important. And if you're like, girl, I have to take a break from the news, I get it. Take a break. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video. It helps me grow. It helps get the video pushed out there. So, you know, even if you don't subscribe, which I would love for you to subscribe if you would like, if you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed my type of content. But I would love for you to just like the video if you are still here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.